Some people don't die suddenly. They get a warning, and the warning shows up at the same exact minute, 3:33 a.m. Not 3:30, not 3:40, 3:33. And once it starts, it doesn't stop, night after night, until the day they never wake up again. Why that time? Why those people? And why does it only start when death is already close? Let's break it open. Part 1. The pattern. Nobody wants to admit. People love pretending everything has a normal explanation, because admitting the opposite means admitting they're not in control. Doctors shrug. Scientists hide behind technical jargon. Families stay quiet because they're scared of sounding crazy. But the pattern doesn't care what anyone thinks. People who die soon, not next year, not someday, but within days or weeks, start doing one thing. They wake up at 3:33 a.m., night after night, same time, same shock, same fear they never talk about. Why 3:33? Because something in the body or something outside the body is trying to get their attention, and they ignore it because they assume it's stress, nightmares, or bad sleep. But the truth is uncomfortable. The people who wake at 3:33 a.m. are the ones closest to the edge, even if they don't know it yet. Part 2. The body's secret alarm. Before death shows up physically, the body whispers. It doesn't scream, it doesn't beg, it just nudges you in the quietest, most terrifying way. It wakes you up. When organs weaken, even slightly, the brain senses danger before you feel anything. And when does this system snap? 3:33 a.m. The exact minute where heart rate drops to its lowest, oxygen levels slip without warning, blood pressure dips. The body thinks something is wrong, even if you don't feel sick. It's biology waving a red flag. This is not supernatural. This is your body saying, you're closer to shutting down than you think. But here's the twist. Some people who wake at 3:33 a.m. have perfect medical reports, perfect heart, perfect lungs, perfect everything. So if the body isn't triggering it, something else is. Part 3. The spiritual interference. Now we step into the part people pretend doesn't exist because it makes them uncomfortable. Some don't wake naturally. They wake because something wakes them. A presence, a coldness that feels intentional. The sense of being watched even when the room is silent. 3:33 a.m. isn't random. It's a distorted reflection of 3 a.m., the crossing hour, the moment where the barrier between the living and the dead loosens. At 3:33, the mirror bends. The separation thins even more. Now imagine this. Your soul has weakened. Your life force is flickering. Your body is still alive, but your spiritual shield is thinning. And when it thins, something checks on you. Not to save you, not to warn you, to see if you're close, to see if you're slowing down, to see if you're almost theirs. People who wake because of this version don't usually die from long illness. They die suddenly. Accidents, strokes, heart failure, unexpected complications. He just didn't wake up. The cause doesn't matter. The pattern does. 3:33 a.m. always shows up first. Part 4. The countdown begins. Here's where it gets brutal. Most people ignore the first night. They ignore the second. By the third or fourth, they start getting tired. By the seventh night, they're mentally drained and spiritually exposed. The waking gets sharper, more violent. Sometimes they gasp. Sometimes they jump out of sleep, like someone shook them. And the dreams, they darken. They see places they've never seen. People who aren't alive. Shadows standing where nobody should be. The countdown isn't loud. It's quiet, consistent, creeping. And the scariest part? Nobody around them notices. Nobody connects the dots. Nobody realizes they're watching someone on a silent timer. Part 5. The final sign. Before death. Right before death, hours or a day, the pattern shifts. They stop waking at 3:33 a.m. They sleep deeper, heavier, almost peacefully. Families think, finally, they're resting. But that peace is the final drop. The system that was warning them is shutting off. The body stops fighting. The soul stops resisting. The 3:33 a.m. alarm has done its job. It warned. It signaled. It counted down. And then it went silent. That's when death steps in. Part 6. The final confirmation. Here's the part nobody likes hearing. If the 3:33 pattern keeps repeating, if it gets stronger, if the feeling changes from strange to inevitable, it's not just anxiety, it's not overthinking, it's not bad dreams, it's your system failing in order. The mind goes first, then the sleep cycle breaks, then the heart rhythm slips, then the body starts giving off the signals only dying people give, but only they themselves ever notice. That's why people say, I don't know why, but something feels wrong. And they're right, because by the time the 3:33 disturbances reach their peak, the body isn't warning you anymore. It's closing down. Quietly, predictably, mathematically. And here's the brutal truth. People don't die suddenly. They die in patterns their body has been reporting for weeks. Most people ignore it. A few try to explain it. But the ones who wake up at 3:33 a.m., they're the only ones who get a final message before they go. Not a vision, not a voice, not a sign from the sky, just a timeline that's already started, and a countdown you can feel, but can't stop. If this pattern shocked you, good, it's supposed to. Most people pretend death is random. It's not. It leaves signs. And 3:33 a.m. is one of the biggest. Before you scroll, like this video if you learned something new. Share it. Someone you know might be ignoring this sign right now. Comment if you or someone you knew ever woke at 3:33 a.m. repeatedly. And subscribe, because there are more patterns, more signs, and more truths people are too afraid to talk about. This is just the beginning.